You know, as much as I like to be excited about the future, and I try my best to conjure up in the spirit of my mind some type of utopia. I mean, I actually think about running through the fields of flowers, smelling the breeze of good, clean air without it being tainted by chemtrails. As the old saying goes, it's not always going to be fair weather outside. That's just a fact. One day it's going to rain. One day the sun's going to shine. One day a storm is coming. And where are we at? We're in the storm. Well, what we do know for a fact is that anytime that there's a crisis, for those of us who understand the standard operating procedures of the powers that be, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We do know for a fact they will never, ever, ever let a good crisis go to waste. I said all that to say this. Well, National Guard's been rolled out in California, New York, Washington State. They're going to suspend the Constitution, indefinite detaining until further notice. So much for habeas corpus, isn't it? They have an unlimited amount of Federal Reserve notes that they can print now, because now it's in QE until infinity. Quantitative easing to infinity. The bubble that we've been talking about forever and ever and ever, that's destined one day to pop. That thing has done grown up to the size of the Goodyear blimp. And now, carte blanche, we can just print as much as money as we can want, thereby indenturing our children, our children's children, our children's children, our children's children, and our children's children. You know, one day they're going to look back and say, what knuckleheads these people were. Now, they've been trying to suppress it, and we see that this coronavirus has now hit the youth extremely hard, because they told us from the beginning that because of the immune system of the youth, they don't really have that much to worry about. But that ain't what the virus is saying. Got reports that the virus is coming as low, as 7 months old, 12 years old. And it's hitting hard. It will behoove people to take the proper precautions, because that's what need to be done. And if I said it once, I said it 1,000 times, and I guess I'm just going to continue to be like that one-string banjo. We're here, we're in the midst of it, of a light SHTF. At least that's where it's looking right now. What are you going to do? Are you going to go back to business as usual? Are you actually going to use this as a means for at least the first time in some of your lives to put a defibrillator on your mind and change? I just don't know how to call or what's all going on today. It looks like the federal government is leaving state closures to the states unless they are doing really bad. Apparently, New York, California, and Washington State is doing really, really bad. Because anytime that the federal government comes in and they trump state government, you can forget it. You definitely can forget it. And, of course, I personally take this as an opportunity to which some of you just going to have to learn contentment. I take it as an opportunity to be able to stay at home, study, myself, the scripture, immerse myself in what the word says, and pay attention to the signs of the time. Educate yourself. Because there's one thing for certain, and there's one thing that is for sure, is that people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, especially if you're Yah's people. And the reason why you're destroyed is because you refuse to receive it. You reject it. Wow. Y'all stay tuned. Get your popcorn ready. Let's just see how these things getting ready to play out. Get your popcorn ready.